The message had echoed across the galaxy for 300 cycles, transmitted through every hyperspace relay, broadcast on every diplomatic frequency. It was simple, clear, and absolute. Humanity is not to be engaged in warfare. This species possesses capabilities that exceed conventional understanding. Any civilization that initiates hostilities will face consequences beyond measure. High Admiral Corvex of the Dominion fleet dismissed it with a contemptuous gesture. The warning had originated from the Watchers, an ancient collective of species that claimed neutrality in galactic affairs. They spoke of humans as if they were gods among mortals, yet the intelligence reports painted a different picture. Humanity controlled a mere 47 star systems. Their technology appeared rudimentary compared to Dominion standards, and their population barely reached 15 billion across all their worlds. Primitives playing with fusion drives, Corvex muttered, reviewing the tactical assessments on his command throne. The Dominion controlled 3,000 systems and commanded fleets that could glass entire worlds in minutes. What threat could these newcomers possibly pose? The Dominion had expanded for millennia, absorbing lesser civilizations through conquest or subjugation. Humanity's recent emergence into galactic society had disrupted several profitable trade routes, and their stubborn refusal to acknowledge Dominion supremacy had become an embarrassment. The High Council demanded action. Commander Thane stood at attention before the Admiral. "Sir, the Watchers have sent another transmission. They're practically begging us to reconsider." "The Watchers are cowards who've grown soft in their ivory towers," Corvex replied. "Deploy the 7th Fleet to the human border world of Haven. We'll demonstrate proper respect for Dominion authority." The attack began at dawn, ship time. 300 Dominion vessels emerged from hyperspace around Haven, their massive dreadnoughts casting shadows across the planet's single continent. The human settlement below housed merely 2 million colonists, defended by a handful of patrol craft that shouldn't have posed any meaningful resistance. Admiral Corvex expected immediate surrender. Instead, the humans responded with a single transmission: "You were warned." The battle lasted exactly 4 minutes and 37 seconds. It began when the human patrol ships simply vanished, not destroyed, not retreating through hyperspace. They simply ceased to exist in local space-time. Before Corvex could process this impossibility, his fleet's sensors began reporting cascading system failures across all vessels simultaneously. Then space itself seemed to fold. The human ships reappeared, but not as they had been. They moved through dimensions that Dominion science insisted were theoretical, striking from angles that geometry declared impossible. Their weapons bypassed shields not through superior firepower, but by targeting the mathematical foundations that allowed the barriers to exist. Corvex watched in growing horror as his mighty dreadnought's hull began to age rapidly in perfect geometric patterns. Metal that had withstood stellar radiation for centuries crumbled to dust in seconds following equations that rewrote local physics. Other ships found their internal gravity suddenly reversed, crushing crews against ceilings as their own mass became their executioner. The flagship's communication array somehow transmitted final messages before it too succumbed to impossible physics. Every transmission was the same: detailed recordings of the engagement, broadcast to every corner of Dominion space. When the last Dominion vessel fell silent, the human patrol craft resumed their original positions as if nothing had occurred. Space-time restored itself to normal parameters. The only evidence of the battle was an expanding field of exotic matter, where the fleet had been, matter that would serve as a permanent warning beacon for the next 1,000 years. The recordings reached Dominion High Command within hours. Emergency sessions convened across their empire as military leaders struggled to comprehend what they had witnessed. Their greatest minds analyzed the footage frame by frame, searching for explanations that their understanding of reality could accommodate. None were found. 3 days later, humanity's response arrived through standard diplomatic channels. Ambassador Lucas Stone, appearing perfectly calm in his recorded message, addressed the Dominion leadership directly. "We received your delegation," he said, using the polite euphemism for the invasion attempt. "As we've repeatedly explained to various species, Humans discovered long ago that reality is far more flexible than most civilizations realize. We've learned to work with its underlying code rather than simply building technology on top of it. Stone paused, allowing his words to settle. The Dominion attacked a minor agricultural colony defended by training vessels crewed by recent Academy graduates. These ships carried educational-grade reality manipulation systems, suitable for learning basic techniques. We trust this demonstration clarifies why the Watchers issued their warning. The implications struck home immediately. If their weakest defenses could erase a full battle fleet, what capabilities did humanity's actual military possess? The answer came from the Watchers' final transmission to Dominion space. Humanity has mastered what they call applied physics. They can rewrite the fundamental constants of local space-time at will. They choose not to use these abilities offensively, preferring to remain among their few systems. This restraint is their gift to the galaxy. The Dominion has now experienced what happens when that restraint is tested. High Admiral Corvex never returned from Haven. His flagship had aged 10,000 years in 10 seconds, its atoms scattered across several dimensions. The Dominion sued for peace within the week, offering reparations and formal recognition of human sovereignty. The message resumed its broadcast across the galaxy, but now it carried additional weight. Appended to the original warning was a new Ein. The Dominion learned the truth of this message. Others may choose wisdom over experience. Humanity returned to their quiet worlds, tending their gardens and pursuing their research into reality's deepest structures. They asked nothing from the galaxy except to be left in peace. After Haven, they were